All right, we're live. Welcome. So today we're going to be making a custom map for Ratchet Deadlocked multiplayer. And if we have time, what's up, Darkness? If we have time, we'll try and port it to UIA. If you're new to the Horizon, welcome. We are a community that's focused around bringing the multiplayer PS2 titles for Ratchet and Clank. That's Deadlocked and Up Your Arsenal. Bringing them new content, um, running events, keeping them alive. And recently, we released a tool called Forge to make your own custom apps. And so today, that's what we'll be using to make a map. That's the message of today. Nice. Yeah, so the first thing you want to do when making a map is you want to go into Forge, Tools, Importers, Level Importer. And since we're going to start with the DL map, we need to select DL ISO here, give it a name. So we'll name this, let's create, I guess. Name doesn't matter because you can change it later. We'll select a base map for Char. It's a good, I find Char to be a really good map to start with for DL. Base maps aren't super important for DL, but for UIA, they're a lot more important. So when considering a base map, you usually want to think about like what model, like what objects you have on the map that you'd want, like vehicles. In the case of UIA, like swing shots, jump pads. What else? Siege, like if it has like full siege with nodes, or if it's like the small version. Yeah, stuff like that. Because with UIA, like you're not going to be able to import all the functionality from one map into another. So whatever map you start with is kind of going to be the basis for what you can do in your custom map. Think of it like a mod. It's like you're taking an existing map and you're modifying it. And with UIA, the code for everything is tied to the map. Every map has its own version of the code segment. And so certain things like swing shots and jump pads only work on some maps. Maps that don't even have those models don't have the code for them, so they'll never work. So you have to be considerate of that when you're picking a base map. But for DL, that's not the case. All the maps have the same code. So you can import Char, which has swing shots and jump pads, but doesn't have like hover bikes, Pumas, or hover ships. But you could just like import those retroactively and they'll still function in the map. All right, so Dan Gaming, what's up, Pavo? We're gonna be making a map today. I don't actually know what I want to make. I was thinking about this for a bit, and I'm kind of there's nothing that like I feel inspired by. So if you guys have any like suggestions for themes, then I'd be open to the like trying it out. But I'm thinking to make this stream as like helpful as possible to have like certain things that I want to incorporate in the map. Like I want to have custom terrain because of there's not a lot of documentation on how to use terrain, like custom terrain. Have custom models using the shrub converter, and definitely want to get into like testing it with Dizo. Yeah, so yeah, those are the things I want to do. Other than that, I'm not really sure what I'm trying to make here. Ghost swamp biome? Ghost swamp. Ghost swamp. It's a really so like ghost. When you say ghost, are you thinking of like the ghost station like kind of glowy, semi-transparent effect, and then inside of a swamp, like kind of like Serathos or like Florana style swamp. Hmm. Thinking about the ghost station aesthetic in the swamp, like Serathos or Uzla. Yeah, that's not a bad. It's not a bad idea. Yeah, we can take a look at Uzla. Not like super familiar. Um, I would. I mean, we could re-import. If we want to do a ghost effect, we do the base map does need to be ghost station. So we could re-import the base map. Started. That's the direction we want to go. So let's look at Uzla first. So I'm gonna go. The first thing I do when I import a map, because the map looks like this. There's a lot of stuff I just don't see. What I do is I expand the map. I hide. This makes it so that I can't select the object. Makes it unpickable, and then this hides it. That's gonna hide the big box that's around the map. I'm gonna do the same thing for cameras as soon as it comes back. Um, Same thing with. This is very slow. It's probably. Gotta make sure I have my mic up against my mouth. Yeah, but this is very slow. I don't remember it being this bad, so I'm not sure what's causing this. You guys, Pavo, do you experience this a lot when you are working on your map? Damn, a whole minute. And okay, I kind of want to like figure out what's happening here. Of course, I can't attach either. What is going on? Oh, now it's back. Okay, well, if it happens again. Okay, so now we have like the parts of the map that we'd actually want to look at. I'm gonna go ahead and save this, and then let's take a look at Uzla. Um, I think that's if I'm not mistaken, that's a going commando map. Yeah. Let's see. Probably. I think we could just import. Yeah, so I have import into current map selected so that this will just add Uzla on top of this. Two things to note: the skybox here, and the collision, which this is the static collision here. So this part will be overwritten with Uzla's version, so we won't have both Char and Uzla's collision and skybox. But that's not super important because neither of those, like when we make a custom map, we're not going to reuse any of the collision from Char, so we can ignore, like, we don't have to worry about keeping the collision intact. And same thing with the sky. Like, eventually we'll figure out what skybox we want to use, but that's kind of towards the end when you figure out like the final aesthetic. Hey, I found out about the online thing and I set everything up. Nice. That's awesome. Were you able to get online? Sure. Yeah, all good except for one part. There's no one. Yeah, there it looks like there's gonna be an event in 12 minutes. So there will probably be quite a few people that hop online for that. But in terms of like day to day, like random just hopping on and people being online, there's not typically um, many people that do that. You can in our Discord, you can try and coordinate, like ask people, like when you're online, see if other people are down to hop on too. But oftentimes, there has to be some kind of event or like people have to coordinate in order to get enough people online to play. There's also like I don't know if you're playing on. Oh no, you said Deadlocked. Yeah, if you're on Deadlocked, there's some stuff you can play by yourself. Not that you'd want to do that, but there's survival, which is like a zombie, like roguelike ish slash like COD zombies ish game mode that you can play by yourself or with friends. There's also training, which is less fun, and yeah, those are the two that you could play. I use the emulator. Nice. Yeah, you can play all of that stuff on PCSX too. We also have custom maps as well. Good luck with them. Thank you. Yo, what's up, Omni stuff? Okay, Uzla just imported, so we can see if we could find that. Where is that? We're gonna hide Char really quick because it's kind of lagging us. There we go. We can take a look at Uzla. Get rid of the ambient sounds. Hide the cuboids too, which are those boxes. Okay. Yeah, this is familiar. So, oh, dude, yeah, this is a trip. Probably. There we go. So I'm setting the alpha clip to 0.5, which will hide pixels where the alpha is at 0.5 or less. It gives us that transparent effect, just to kind of help us like visualize like what the map actually looks like. Got the custom maps downloaded already as I follow your tutorial. Nice. Okay, cool. Yeah, I would wait for like, if you're not in the Discord, I would join that, and then the event is supposed to start in like 10 minutes. So. Yeah, this is kind of cool. This is a cool looking map. Kind of get a good idea of like if we want to like kind of multiplayerize this, where we like open up new lanes and kind of cut out a lot of the parts of the map we don't care about, like this building and like some of this path. We could just like take a chunk of it, create new lanes, try and make it something that makes more sense for multiplayer. Or if we want to just like rip the aesthetic and start making something completely from scratch. Wish I was as good as you guys. At like the map making? Not sure. I just joined in. I'm ready. Reading the rules. Nice. Cool. Yeah, most of the stuff happens in the Discord. Yeah, we also, if you haven't played, the Up Your Arsenal has events and games. I would say more frequently than Deadlock does. So if you liked UIA, then you'll probably enjoy playing multiplayer as well. This area is kind of cool. I like this like little hop skip thing. It wouldn't really work in multiplayer, but I think if you shortened it, you could make it like a lag jump thing where you charge boot, land on this, and then like jump. But this is too far for that. For DL at least, maybe on UA you could do like multiple lag jumps. But for DL, like if this was brought in a bit more, then that would be kind of fun. I think you could like add an island over here and like connect these three through either swing shots, jump pads, or even like a ramp of some kind. One of the best swamp maps, yeah. Yeah, I'm kind of like, I don't have any ideas in terms of layout, so just seeing like what maps have already done from single player and like seeing if I can like make them fit multiplayer, like get inspiration from that appeals to me right now. Unless like someone has like a very specific idea that I'd be down to try. But I hear you. The look of this is pretty cool. But definitely, I really like the terrain textures, the colors that they have. It's pretty cool, and I like the like kind of island, like these things that stick out with the railing. I like that. That looks cool as well. Setting the map from DL to UIA. Do we need to add UIA flags and UIA spawns? Yeah. Yeah. If I get time, I'll try and do that in this stream. But yeah, when you import, so like if I go here to map config. If you import a base map for UIA from here, it'll import the Mobies, cuboids, splines, and then cameras and ambient sounds from UIA. So these 5 things. The Mobies will have like the flag bases and like nodes and stuff. Cuboid and probably like the shock troopers and stuff. Cuboids will contain like spawns, which will be reused between DL and UIA. But for like for flag spawns, this is getting into like stuff that I don't really know. Badger has a better idea of, but like I think I think for CTF you always spawn at the base, right? There's not really a cuboid for that. Or maybe there is and it's referenced in the P bars. I'm really not sure. I'd have to figure that out. Yeah, I don't have a ton of experience with UIA. Like I kind of helped add a lot of the functionality, but Badger like fleshed out how Mobies work. So when it comes to anything related to Mobies, I'm not super sure. But basically, yeah, you do need to reconfigure the Mobies and cuboids and stuff for UIA. The Mobies, the cuboids are shared between the two, so you can, if you've already set up a map for Deadlocked, you could reuse the cuboids for spawns. But I think what Badger ended up doing is he has like a deal object and a UIA object, and he could like disable the deal object and enable the UIA one and export for one over the other, if that makes sense. Yeah. Assume that you were doing a scratch menu. Just as a Amogus shape. Let's say our nodes. Yeah, we have spawns at base. Yeah, okay. Make an Amogus shaped map. Okay. Yeah, I'll keep that in mind in the back of my head. Definitely. Only time we spawn anywhere else is deathmatch or nodes. Okay. Yeah, so yeah, I think nodes have a cuboid associated with them. No, that's the camera. Yeah, so nodes probably aren't cuboids either. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, so aesthetic wise, I mean, I'm down for this. We could use these mountains. This building's kind of interesting. Yeah. Definitely want to use these. I like the trees a lot. It would be kind of cool to like leverage the. Oh, this is supposed to be transparent. Dude, I just realized how sick this skybox is. I feel like Going Commando has the best skyboxes. I noticed a seam here, by the way, so something that's not in the documentation that is worth sharing is if you select an object, you can go to Forge, Utilities, Fix Texture Clamping for selected objects. This will apply to everything underneath it. But if I hit that, it should fix. Maybe I have to actually hit the. Oh, maybe it doesn't work for this. That sucks. Clamp? What happens if I clamp? Huh. That's weird. Yeah, it should definitely work. Oh well. Okay. Yeah, let's start with this. So I like this skybox a lot. Unfortunately, because we're gonna go with Ghost Station, I do need to like re-import the map, which kind of sucks. So we'll re-import and we'll select Ghost Station this time. And that's only because of the Ghost Station effect is tied to the level. So if you don't have Ghost Station as the base map, it won't have the ghost styling. Yeah, so we'll re-import it. Funny part, I'm rusty since several years ago when I played in an OG PS2. Now I have a gamepad with Xbox buttons, but the overlay looks like PlayStation, so I should be fine, but slow. Yeah, it's always like the the X button on Xbox is like where Square is. That always messes me up when I'm playing PC. A lot of PC games have like Xbox overlay whenever you connect a controller, even if you're using like a PlayStation 4 controller. Yeah, I feel that. Like I got a new PC a month ago and a new SSD for more storage yesterday. Nice. Are there any custom maps that have all 4 vehicles? There used to be. A long time ago, we had Bikisi. And Bikisi had all 4 vehicles, but since then we replaced Bikisi with a smaller version. And that one has, I think, only Pumas and hover bikes. Maybe only hover bikes, I'm not sure. So no, there isn't any maps at the moment that have that. All right, we are in. So let's do this. Hide these and those and save. Cool. So we have Ghost Station loaded, and then we will import GC map, Oozla. All the same settings. I like the skybox, so we'll keep that. We don't need the collision. I do want to keep the T-frags because I might mix the T-frags in with the custom ones. Yeah, I think this is fine, but we'll skip the collision because it doesn't really matter. Oh. No, that's fine. Okay. RIP Charge Boot Simulator. Yeah, right. RIP the old Bikisi map. Yeah, I mean, I think there's probably, I mean, now that you can just like load any map you want off USB, there's probably a way to, there's probably some download somewhere you could find of that map. I mean, I might even have it somewhere in my. And Bikisi was released. The new one was released. Probably like a year and a half ago, like January of 2023 or so. See if I can find a version that's older. Deadlocked is basically the only good Ratchet game. It sucks that they shut down PS3s online. They haven't remastered it. Yeah. Deadlock's funny because like I remember growing up that people hated on it because it was like they felt like it was a spin-off. Like it was like there's no Clank. Clank's like in a chair the whole game. It's not like a platformer anymore. It's all about shooting and stuff. But the sentiment over the years has been that it of the 4, at least from what I've seen, the 4 it's aged the best. Like people reviews I've seen of people talking about it and like YouTube essays and stuff, and like the Ratchet and Clank subreddit, people seem to really like Deadlock now. But yeah, back then it was not the case. Not at all. Found the DC interior with the single player skins yesterday. Oh, nice. Yeah, any old map that we used to have, you could find an old download of it, and then play it. I'm still looking for it. It's somewhere. This is October of 2020, so probably not that. I wonder how far back I can go. All right, this is from February of 2023. It's as far back as my history. My what's it called? My browser download history will go. PC. Yeah, this might actually be it. Let me test it out. Let's see here. So all right, 1 second. Yeah, here. I'm gonna zip this. I will send this to you. Blitz. Yeah, Blitz. I will find you in Discord. I think we've Pretty sure we've chatted before. Yeah. Here. Sent you, I don't know if this is the one, but I think it is. And yeah, anyway, if you put that on your USB stick, actually, wait, hold on. Let me delete that. Don't download that. Oh yeah, definitely don't download that. Fix this really quick. So 2C zeros, and then fill this with 0, then type in big endian, do Bakisi, Isles, old. Cool. That should work. Folder 2. Dan sending virus. All right, I sent that to you, Blitz, if you want to try it out. Any plans on adding Ratchet and Clank 1 levels? There are not plans to do that at the moment. The reason is because we don't have a way of unpacking those assets, at least as far as I know. The format for them is different from 2, 3, and 4. Yeah. So unfortunately, at the moment, it's not realistic to be able to do that. Okay, so let's what's the best thing we can do here? Get rid of this. Probably just delete these, honestly. We don't need the splines or the cuboids. We want the sky, so I'm gonna just rename Ghost Station to like DL, I guess. And I'll put the sky inside of here and delete the old one. We have the Oozle sky. I'm not sure why this isn't working. Oh, maybe I have to select the shells. Hold on. Huh. Yeah, I'm not sure what the deal with that is. But anyway, we can fix that by manually selecting the textures and setting the wrap mode to clamped, which will get rid of that seam there. And then if you find any, I think it might be the sky that doesn't work on, but if you see like a seam like this, you can just, I think this should work. Let me try this again. Fix, yeah, okay, so it does work on these objects, it just doesn't work on the sky for some reason. Okay. I'm gonna delete the T-frags for Ghost Station, the ties, the shrubs. I need the Mobies. Rest of this is fine. And then what we'll do is I think we'll bring, let's see here. Oh, nice. They're already like kind of at the same level. That's cool. Yeah, so what we can do is we can save this. Appreciate you sending over the map. No problem. Hopefully that works. We, like, I don't know, a month or so ago, I added something to the patch that let you actually select all 4 vehicles. But I don't think I ever tested it because I didn't have a map to like test that on. So hopefully you're able to start a game with all 4 and it loads in. Okay, so the next thing we want to do is, I don't really need this to be visible, so we'll hide it at the moment so that this all runs faster. We're going to create a terrain. So to do that, there's a couple ways. I'm going to go into terrain toolbox here. We'll just put it over here, I guess. Can we add it to, here we go. We're going to create a terrain. We do not want it to be super large. The larger the terrain is, the longer it takes for it to convert it to a mesh for the game to be used. So we're gonna start with like 200 by 200, which is not very big, but we can use that to kind of evaluate like what we think is what the size of the map should be. I'm kind of shooting for like small to medium size for this. I think that just plays the best in general, at least for DL. Okay, so we got all that set up. This is fine. This is fine. Okay, so the output terrain directory, we want to change that to be into our maps folder. So we go into the assets folder of Forge, we can go to maps. We can find our let's create, and then we can create a new folder here called terrain, and we'll just select that. So it'll create the new terrain data inside of our map folder, which we want to do to keep all the data in one place. Then we can hit create here. So it should just create terrain data here and then a new terrain. So we will move this terrain to be where kind of all the other Mobies from Ghost Station are. Like this. Yeah, so we'll put it slightly above so that we don't have to deal with a bunch of stuff. And then what we can do now is we can create some layers. So we'll go ahead and create a new folder in terrain. We'll call this layers. And then we can do create terrain layer here, and we'll call this like dirt. We'll call it Oozla dirt. And then in the inspector here, we can select a material. I'm going to go ahead and lock the view so that when I deselect this, it stays in the inspector. And then I'm going to go into tfrag here, RC2 level 1, which is Oozla, textures, and then I'm going to find the dirt texture that I want to use. So this is the grass one, so we'll use that later. This looks like it's a dirt. Let me go ahead and plug this in. If we go select the terrain, go into paint texture here. We can go ahead and add a terrain layer, add layer, and we can find our Oozla dirt. And I think we can change the tiling here to be a little bit more spaced out. Yeah, I think that looks good. Let me see if there's another texture. Ooh, that looks cool too. Yeah, there's a lot of good textures here. Yeah, I think we'll stick with. I mean, it could also be this. This is more of a rock though. So this is our dirt. Let's see here. We can select. Go back here, layers, and create another layer. Terrain layer. We'll call this Oozla grass. And we'll drag that in here. And then we could do the rock as well. I think that would make sense. So layers, gray layer, Oozla, rock. Like that. And then there's even more. I mean, this is like more traditional grass, but I think for now we'll start with those three. Something to note with this terrain tool is that Unity supports up to like 16 textures, but the converter that converts it from Unity to something that can be loaded inside of Deadlocked or UIA only supports 4 textures. So when you're working on your map, you want to keep your texture count to 4 or less. If you create a second terrain, so like this is one terrain, but you could create one that's like adjacent to it, then you can do 4 different textures. It doesn't really matter. But that's the only way you could get past that limitation of 4 is if you broke it out into multiple terrains. Okay, so with that done, what we can do is we can create this, we can add a script here to the terrain. So we have the terrain selected, we go to add component, we'll type Unity terrain to tfrags. This will add a collider. Yeah, it'll add a collider, which will bump up to 8. You can see it's generating geometry for that. We can hide it so it doesn't render, and then similar thing here. We'll get into like all these different parameters, but to test it, you can hit render generated and hit generate. Then this is the geometry that will be loaded into the game. that's based off of the Unity terrain. So we can hide that again. We'll go back to this, and now we can start like painting different textures. Oh, that reminds me, I forgot to change the terrain layers to be all 8x8. Definitely want. So you can kind of see what that looks like. One thing that's nice is like the terrain's not going to look quite as nice as this in DL because of just the process. Like this is a different type of rendering that we can't really recreate. So it gets rasterized, or it gets converted into something that's a lot less detailed. So if you see here, you can kind of tell it's not quite as smooth of a transition. So what we can do to kind of help us visualize that while we're painting is we can change the control texture map here from like 512 by 512 to something like 64 by 64, or even lower. And is it this or? Yeah, no, it is that. Yeah. And even this, like, it still looks pretty high res in comparison, but you can kind of see it's a little bit more blocky now. So yeah, anyway, helps a little bit. It's still not perfect, but that's why you can kind of switch and regenerate to retest it. Any Minecraft map? I don't have plans for Minecraft map, but I definitely think it's possible to do that. I don't think it would play very well because of Minecraft having like a bunch of blocks that you have to jump up. Yeah. I can test right now on PCSX2. Nice. Okay. Ratchet 1 had some really memorable levels. Seeing a multiplayer map based off those levels would be a dream. Yeah, no, 100%. Yeah, it'd be really cool if we could have Ratchet 1 support. It works perfectly. All 4 vehicles have spawned. Landstalker and hover ship textures are messed up, but other than that, it works. Nice. Yeah, and you're welcome to share that with other people if you want to like play a game on it. Yeah, that's cool. I'm glad that works. I don't think that ever worked in the past. You were basically forced to only use like 2 of those 4 vehicles at a given point. Could you port Ratchet 1 maps? We can't port Ratchet 1 maps. Unfortunately, the assets are in a format that's not compatible with 2, 3, and 4. And at least at this point, we don't really have the knowledge required to be able to convert it. So we're limited to 2, 3, and 4, and then you do have some custom models that you can make, but that you can import. But the custom models are limited in complexity. So a Ratchet 1 map, for example, has too much geometry to be able to be converted as a custom model. Yeah, so there's not really an opportunity at the moment. In theory, if you could make custom T-frags, could you reconstruct a Ratchet 1 map? Yeah, so yeah, I'm not sure too much about the custom Mobies. I think Chaotic had that working at one point. I don't know if it still works. T-frags, I could talk more about the T-frags because that was something that I wrote. So the way that these terrains are converted into T-frags is extremely limited. It could be improved on in the future, but right now it's very limited, and it takes advantage of the fact that terrains like these are they follow a very strict format. They follow a strict pattern, and so because of that, there's like certain assumptions that you can make about the data that you could not make about general. Oh, nice, dude. Dude, fuck yeah. Sorry, what was I saying? We basically like I can make assumptions about how the data is structured because it follows this like grid pattern. You have this grid, and basically what's changing is like a height map. So if I were to like paint some height, for example, you know, I can. All this is doing is just moving vertices vertically. And so the data is still structured in the same way, but like if you have arbitrary models, the data is in any form. Like the way that the vertices and faces all work together is in like very it could just be very different. And so converting it into T-frags would require more reverse engineering. It would require me to have understanding of parts of it that I don't currently understand so that I can recreate the correct data for it. And yeah, so it's not quite there yet, I guess, in short. Can you add gravity boot support? Someone could, yeah. I don't think there's plans to do that just because of the. I'm assuming you're talking about like the parts that you normally jump pad up. Yeah, that things like that don't typically play well in multiplayer. But if you or someone was interested in doing that, it's very possible to add gravity support to the cathedral walls. Importing maps from completely different games would be a dream, like Star Fox. Yeah, I don't. If it's old enough, it's very possible. Like I imported Dust 2, for example, and Dust 2, like from I think it's from 1.6, and the geometry is like super simple. So because it's like small enough and simple enough, it was able to like run on the PS2 pretty well. But if it's like a newer, like I would say like a GameCube and up, like PS2 and up type game, then probably not. PSP maybe because it's a bit like typically has like more simple geometry, but like a PS1 map, if you can get the like model for it, if it's not like a huge gigantic map, it could probably be imported. Yeah. All right, so yeah, let's figure this out. So we got our terrain set up. We got it building. We can actually at this point set up our flag bases. So usually a good starting point is to use the flag bases for spawning. So we'll just go ahead and place these on the map. We'll position them in the future in more like strategic spots. But what this does is it lets us spawn at a fixed location without having to create spawn points. Because when you spawn in CTF and DL, like you spawn at the base for the first time. And now what we can do is we can save this, and then we can go ahead and we can do builder, open build window. And we can generate, oh, actually one other thing really quick is I want to get rid of this old collision. So I'm going to open the collision in Blender. I'm going to select it. I'm just going to delete all of it and save because we don't need any of the collision from Ghost Station. So we'll rebuild it. We don't need to build for Dizo. We only need to build for DL. And we'll patch. So we'll go ahead and start this. And then while this is building, I'm going to go ahead and start PCSX2. I'm going to select DL modded. And yeah, DL modded. I'm going to boot into this. I'm going to use a save state here. And I'll select CTF and I'll select Ghost Station since it's the base map. I'll create a new save state. Cool, that's done. And then I'm going to close it so it's not running, and that'll let me patch it. So it says it's been patched. So now when I load into our custom app, it should just work. Yeah, oh, that doesn't look good. Huh, that's interesting. What is that? What is that? I'm not even sure. That doesn't even look like it's part of the terrain. Cool, the rest of this looks fine. Let's see here. Is Cage 2 map a single player shrub map too? Yeah, it was. Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, I guess some games it could work. That one we're fortunate that the map itself wasn't that big. or complex. Yeah, but yeah, KH2 Sandswept Ruins was imported as a shrub. I don't know what's happening with this. Never seen that before. I don't know if that's like the I don't know if that's the terrain or if it's something else. It doesn't look like the terrain because it's like it's not like there's a missing piece where the terrain is. The terrain is like complete, but this is just like weird. Okay. But Halo maps? Maybe. Yeah, you could probably do Halo 1 maps for sure. And Halo 2, because both of those are Xbox. Probably pushing it if you try to do a Halo 3 map, but maybe if it's small enough and is like simple enough, it's possible. I haven't tried though. I do think you could definitely do Blood Gulch. Because Blood Gulch is like the geometry is very simple and low poly. Yeah, I'm gonna ignore this. I'm not really sure what's causing this, but maybe it'll just like go away as I work on stuff. Okay, so I think next thing I want to do, I need to figure out some kind of layout with this map. I think what I'll do now is I'll try and like we can delete this too. Bring in some like trees and stuff so that we have them as like a basis. These trees are like multiple ties stuck together. I think this should be good, yeah. So we'll, assuming these are all ties, right? Are these shrubs? No. No, okay. Yeah, so we'll move this in here. Just put it there. And then we can also probably makes sense to honestly move this outside because I think we're going to end up deleting all of the stuff over there so that we don't have all this crap that we don't need, making the editor laggy. So wait, there's a better way to do this. Create empty parent. And then where is it? And just delete it. Let's see, what else do we want? I guess we could like collect multiple variations of it. Let's see, what else? Do we want these like hills? Maybe not. Maybe not. Oh, it's like a cave section. That's cool. Do we want caves? I don't really feel like adding a cave area. That's pretty cool. It would be kind of cool to have like a tube that connects two different parts, but probably won't play very well for you multiplayer. Sorry, GameCube game. Yeah, you know, it probably would work. Depends. Some GameCube games actually are like relatively higher poly than others, but the other thing too is like when with anything Nintendo, it's kind of feels like I don't know, like risky to use any of their assets for something because they have a tendency to litigate, or at least threaten to litigate, and Sony's been really lax in my experience with all the different mods and whatnot that have been done over the years. So personally would not want to touch anything Nintendo just to avoid risking bringing any unwanted attention. But I do think it would be possible. Like if someone wants to do it and then like, share it privately, I think that's cool. Yeah. And it would be possible for sure. All right, so we got these trees. I do like these railings. How do these work? Are they like shrubs? They are shrubs. Okay, so they're like, that's pretty cool. They're like built in a way that you can use them somewhat modularly. Yeah, that's really, really cool. Might leave the shrubs as is. Just kind of focus on, let me hide these actually. Yeah, I think ties wise, I kind of just like the trees. I don't really like these like hills. This is T-Frag, yeah. Okay. What are these? These are cool. I think these could be useful. As like little gates. So we'll include that in our new tie. So we'll call this ties. And then we'll delete the old ties. And we'll copy the shrubs in here as well. We'll leave them disabled though. And then what's left is all the T-frags. So I think there's a decent chance we end up reusing some of these. Because with the Unity terrain, you can't really create geometry like this where like it starts from a base and goes outward. Everything's just like a vertical up and down. So you can create hills and valleys and such, but it's much more difficult to kind of like create geometry like this. So why start button not on the far left? Oh, this? I think it's just like a default Windows 11 feature. Let's see if we can fix these. There we go. These are pretty cool too. I actually like these a lot. Yeah, we'll definitely leverage some of this stuff for the map. Ooh, there's a tunnel too. That's kind of cool. Okay, let's go back over here. All right, so we have some trees. I might have actually missed. I don't know. I'm not really sure what that looked like originally, but let's fix the alpha on these really quick. Nice. Okay. So we have trees. Now we get to have to figure out like what the layout of the map should look like. So not too sure what that's going to be. Nintendo Liga stuff is understandable. I almost forgot about that. Yeah. Yeah, it's unfortunate, but is what it is. Yeah, I don't know why it looks like this. Something weird happened. Why is it? Oh, that's not good. Oh, I did not even think about that. Yeah, so when we fixed the texture clamping for these layers, we ended up breaking it on the terrain. So we have to make a copy of these textures and bring them in here, and then we can make these repeat, which should fix it. Yeah, there you go. So we'll go ahead and do that really quick. Yeah. All right, if anyone has any ideas for like what would be cool for this map, I'm all ears. Swamp Graveyard? Haunted Swamp, I should rephrase. I think that's kind of something that Badger's working on is a graveyard for his upcoming map. So I think we should do something a little bit different from that. Trying to think of like what kind of mechanics I want and like what should the map be like more open? Like what kind of game mode should this be oriented around? Like are we gonna focus on CTF? Should it be focused on like Conquest? Like King of the Hill? So we can start by like, I mean, if the thing is, if we just start dragging some of these like pieces, what's kind of cool. Unfortunate that I guess we could fill that with a gap, but if we just take this and just move it over here. Something that we actually want is like a water, since it's going to be a swamp. So I think what we could do really quick is import the Serathos water and kind of incorporate that into here. So we'll do multiplayer Serathos. We'll skip all of these and we'll just import the Mobies. Yeah. And then we can just use the water from Serathos to kind of help fill out the map. Koth, Dreadball. Yeah, what would a Dreadball map look like? I think it would be cool with Dreadballs if there were like walls or like at least invisible walls that kept the ball in, so you could like throw it and have it bounce off the wall and stay in the map, kind of like a Rocket League style. Hey, what's up, Dante? Yeah, that would be kind of cool, maybe. Let's see here. Okay, so we have Serathos imported now. We can just copy the water, put it at the top here, and then what we can do is change the PVARs for the water to be higher. This does not look right. Why does this look wrong? Oh, the overlay textures. This is tricky. I didn't think about this. Yeah, we probably want to. All right, I think this is an unexpected. Here we go. We're gonna copy the level textures, which I think start at 98 here. Yeah, we're gonna copy these and put them into our level, which is here. Assets, FX, and then paste this. Yeah, here we go. And we might have to oh, there it goes. Nice. Oh yeah, it's already coming together. So we have the terrain beneath the water, and the idea is that we can use that to like we can let the terrain grow above the water, and then where it's underneath, we can have pools of water. Yeah, we can kind of leverage that together. create something cool. And then we could just delete the rest of Sarathos. We don't really need it. See what this looks like really quick. Yeah. Let's not do that. I forgot that I'm using that for something. Cool. Yeah, this looks good. And we can like change the tint here to like adjust how it reacts, or to make it a little bit more green or blue or something. Yeah, so okay, I think that's kind of cool. And then we can like paint something a little bit more. Need some height. So like add some, we could try and smooth it. That might be like way too bumpy. Let's do something a little bit less noisy. And we can also go down. So I don't know. I'm just gonna like paint randomly. I don't really have a clear idea of what I want. I'm just gonna kind of like do something a bit like not thought out, and then we can kind of go from there. Yeah, what does this look like generated? Yeah, I think intense, like a lot of water might make a map pretty, like not fun to play on. So there's probably some balancing up. Maybe the water could be like acid, so you like bounce off it. We could also add those like rocks that I was looking at earlier. Where are those? Right here. Could add some of those. I also kind of like the idea of having like a. Yeah, let's see what this looks like in game. So let's go to the builder and we'll rebuild. Just kind of get an idea of how that feels so far. Yeah, water looks kind of weird. Not sure what's going on there. I mean, this kind of looks cool. Like maybe have like this section be like more above the water instead of going into it, so it's like raised up. Like if it was like here and it was plateaued, so it was like flat, and then you could like charge boot down and like do a wrench to like land on this. That would be kind of cool. Yeah, something like that would be kind of cool. Let me add some collision to this. If I just select all of these pieces. There we go. And then I can select, let's see. Oh yeah, I can do instanced mesh collider like that. Nice. That's perfect. So, and then same thing with these trees here. I'll just add instance colliders to them. Collision's not perfect because they're GC ties, so we can fix those in the future. Not important right now though. Yeah, so if I plateau, let's see what we can do here. I gotta uncheck that. We can do set height. We can set it to like this. So we can create this like flat part right here. How does that look? Okay, I think we can like bring this scale of this down. It's a bit higher resolution. Yeah, it looks better. Then change the brush size to like 10. Yeah, so you can probably charge beat off that. We could also go higher. I think we should go higher. So raise terrain. Yeah, that's really annoying. I don't know why it does that. Yeah, I can't even change it anymore. That's just, let's uncheck that. Okay, raise it up a bit. Set height. That might be too much. Let's do that, yeah. 20. Yeah. Paint. Smooth. Yeah, and then hell is this? Oh, it's the flag. It's the flag there. To be honest, this kind of just looks like a beach. Yeah, 100%. Yeah, I think, things sort of come together as you flesh it out more. But we can go with like a swampy beach. I think that's okay. Um, I think we expand this a little bit. I kind of want to make like a flag base that's like a little bit more substantial. Like select that, move it over here maybe. And then, so we have that. I don't like how that slopes out so much. So it would be nice to smooth. Oh, not like that. Honestly, set height might be better. Just kind of like smooth that out a little bit like that. So it's a little bit more open. Yeah, how does that look after being generated? Yeah, that looks good. And then what we can do is we can like take like this. Here we don't really need to render that, but yeah, we can take the trees. We can like put one maybe here or something, like kind of in between. Oh, that doesn't work. There we go, like that. Because I think we'll end up having the other base be over here, so like having this like kind of 3-lane, like mid lane, and then the right and left lanes, which we'll probably like flesh out. This looks a little bit sparse, so we'll figure out something for that. And we need more like walls to like break the map up, so it's not just like a sniper's paradise. So we'll go into resources here, and we'll filter by model, and then filter by tie. And we'll just like scroll through these and try and find something that works. That's like a wall. This would be interesting, but it kind of it leans more into the beach, like Pokotaru type thing, instead of the swamp. But I do like the idea of like crates being on the map. That would be cool. These would be pretty cool too. Add some big trees in the water and put some swing shots in their branches. So it's like your Tarzan. That's a good idea. I'm down. Kind of like the what's is it Dax? The UA map Dax, or the custom map for UA multiplayer where they have the swing shots that kind of go around the side. Oh, dude, this is sick. We need this. Yeah, we'll see what that looks like. Okay. Rocks. These look kind of like they would fit in the distance better, like in the water. Like kind of like this. Yeah, that's cool. Add a collider to it. What map is this from? Oh, weird. Okay. Yeah, I mean these rocks just fit so well. I feel like you just like stack them. kind of use them to like follow the lines of the water. Maybe not there because we're gonna, but like right here. Oh. Yeah, something like you just like place a couple of these. Yeah, we can like. Yeah, if we use, because these are the same thing, right? So we just throw these in here. I believe they're upside down. Um, yeah, that's fair. Yeah, that does look better. Okay. Just rotate that more like that. Not loving this. Not loving that at all. So we could like leave it over here or something. And that was this, so we can import this. Adding instance colliders for these so that they're something that the player will hit and collide with. Yeah, I don't like how. I don't think these fit right here. Maybe we'll put them over here, and we can maybe use these later. I think it would make more sense to either keep using these, or maybe there's more of these types of rocks somewhere. Yes, there are. Are these upside down? Yeah, they definitely are. Hmm. 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 Yeah, probably not gonna work. I do like it though. We'll probably find a place for this. I guess we can like keep trying to place like this, maybe. We could also like angle it like a V. Yeah, wait, here we go. I think I see it. I see it. Boop, boop. Okay. Probably get away with like this and then just filling. Maybe this is where that rock comes in. Just fill this little gap here with the rock. There we go. That's not bad. Okay, something like that. Yeah, let's build it and see what it looks like in game. Mhm. Yeah, I mean, the terrain's too bright. We can tweak the brightness of that. But I think this is a good start. I kind of like this. I think you can go like this too. Yeah. It's definitely like a. It would be kind of cool if. All right, I think I'm back. Yeah. It would be kind of cool if this was something like kind of a center point that could be fought over. Right now, it seems like blue has better access to this point. It does them give them like a good view. Like, it gives them control. So I don't know if there's like a way to make red have better access to this. That would be kind of cool. Yeah, but I do feel like the size of the map's good. It's definitely a bit bigger than it's like a larger medium-sized map, but at least for diagonals here. But I kind of like that. I think it kind of like in the way that this is going. Yeah, these don't need collision here. Um, Same with these. Do not need collision. All right, fake. Cool. Okay, so hmm. Yeah, let's put let's move red base, which is this one, over here. I think we'll flesh that out in a sec. Let's move green, orange, orange over here. Um, then we can select our terrain here and edit. I think we'll do another similar thing where we just give it a bigger area like that. Um, and bump the size of our brush to like 30 and then try and smooth out transitions here. See what that looks like. Right here. All right. So if this is gonna be like a midpoint, that needs to be like fought over. I need to figure out like a way to. Probably put more rocks here to like cover this up. Hmm. Ooh, wait, this could be where we. What was the. Oh, they want this water to be selectable. Yeah, none of these are really gonna work. Um, Yeah, same thing with this. Yeah. Oh, hell yeah. This might work. That sucks. All right, these. Yeah, maybe not. Maybe this is not ideal for covering that up. We will leave these in the water though. I think it's kind of cool. What else we got? Are all assets from Ratchet and Clank games? Yeah. Yeah. All the assets that you have available to you to be able to edit are from Ratchet and Clank games. There is a way to import models from other games or like custom ones that are made by hand, but it is very limited in what you can import. So most of the time, like using assets from the Ratchet and Clank games is the best option. I've never seen this before. Looks really cool. Mm-hmm. Oh, here we go. Here's another piece. Mm. Mm. Yeah, this like piece that's sticking out kind of sucks. It's not that big a deal, honestly. Yeah, it's not that big of a deal. I might just like let it hang. Yeah. Although, yeah, it's creating the same problem here. Although I could probably get away with um patch this with one of these kinds of rocks. Um yeah, we could here what we can do just like put that here. Yeah, there we go. Unlimited bacon but no games. Unlimited games but no games. Unlimited bacon, but no games, unlimited games, but no games. Hmm. Yeah. All right. Dude, what is this? It's crazy. This actually is not a bad idea to leverage to use some of these. I don't like that. Looks so cool. I got more trees. More rocks. Even more trees. Um, actually kind of like this a lot. Wonder what this would look like. Do you have to manually update the map? Do you have to manually update the map? Do you mean like rebuild it? Oh, mini map. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, you'll I haven't gotten to that part yet, but it's not a bad process. We basically like render the map from the top and there's ways to like kind of automate some of that. So it's not like it's hand built or anything. Usually, it just involves some setup work, and then you click a button, and it kind of just does it for you. It would be kind of cool to have a building on this map. Not sure what kind of building I would want though. Oh, I like this a lot actually. Wait, where is it? Oh. Damn. I don't, this isn't quite what I want, but is this with, is the terrain generated? Oh, it is. Yeah. I guess we could like try and make it more steep. I'm not sure how realistic that is. Do this, see what kind of a terrain we end up with. That's better, I guess. Yeah, probably do that here too. Okay, that's better. Yeah, and I think put like a swing shot here too. We should have one. Yeah, that might be, it's hard to tell, but that might be too far. Alright, we probably need to fix some of these colliders. So we'll select this in the project window. Grab the path here, open it in Blender. File, import FBX for the collision. Go into enable backface culling, and then we'll just flip the normals here, export it. There we go. Okay, so if we have this like center point here, what if we raised the height here? Something like that. What the fuck? Oh, there we go. Move it in. What does that look like? It's not bad. I think this should be flattened right here. Alright, let's see what this looks like in game. If only you could take a big island from Sea of Thieves and turn it into a DL map. Ugh. Yeah, that would be pretty crazy. Honestly, like any kind of like map that would be like islands and ships and stuff would be kind of cool in DL. Closest thing you could do is like Valix with like hover ships or something to fly around. I mean, like a ship, like a pirate ship mechanic in DL would be pretty cool though. Like steer it around. You like go around, like imagine like Lockdown or like Conquest where you have to like navigate to different islands and like capture something before the other team does. Kind of cool. There's a map on Size Matter called Island Escape that's kind of similar to what you were making. Really? Oh, that's funny. Oh, how do these look? Those look pretty cool. Um, Island Escape. I'll have to look that up in a sec. Why does that not work? Dude, I don't understand swing shots in this game like at all. How does this not latch on? Okay, there it goes. Okay, that latches. That's cool. But like this? I wonder if this should be either angled more in or something. I also think this should probably not be water. It should be a platform. You can like run alongside this. Needs it to be over lethal for it to work right. Really? That's wild. Or some P-vars need to be tweaked. Should put more water on their side. Yeah. Oh, this needs to be smooth. Um, Skills, what's up, dude? Holy shit. Back from the grave. Um, that's wild, dude. Welcome to me making a map. And yeah. Mm. How have you been, man? Like, what are you up to these days? Mm. Yeah, I don't know. I'm kind of torn on this. Like, I feel like this definitely favors blue a lot. Oh, I didn't even notice that. I'm not sure like how much it really does, you know? Like what if yeah, this would kind of suck to defend on, to be honest. I feel like this hill is not beneficial for red at all. Mm, yes. Let's not have this hill here. So let's flatten it. Definitely looks like a very sniper heavy map. Yeah, I'm kind kind of lean towards that. I think we have a lot of maps that aren't like that, but I don't know, maybe that's not a good idea. I'm gonna close it off more. Like right now it's very open. I do want to like you can see red base from blue base basically. I mean there's this in the way, but you go over here and you can see it. So I think having some more like obstructions in the way would be nice. Yeah, I'm not sure like if the I don't know. Um, this is like super open. I mean, we could just like add. The thing is, like, if you're defending this, like, you don't want to be. You want to have you want to have vision on all the lanes, without like having to, like, having the hill there, for example, like makes it so you have to be on top of the hill to see all three, because otherwise you're either seeing this one or seeing this one or not seeing this one. It breaks your vision, which is hard to work with. But at the same time, like this, it's like you're just out in the open, so you're really easy to pick off. You don't have a lot of protection. So there needs to be something here that like gives you some protection from someone that might be sniping from here. Yeah, I mean we can like continue down through these different ties here and like try and find something. There's like more rocks we could use. There's I mean rocks do make sense. You can also like use some of the Uzla ties. Um, hmm. How long is the range on the sniper? It's pretty far. I think if you shot from red here, you could probably hit someone on this side. I think it's either there or like somewhere around here, but you can basically shoot like at least this far. Yeah, I mean this could work maybe. Let's see. Is this like Koros? This looks sick. Never seen that before. Um, bunch of rocks. It's like a building. Yeah, and you could like put this on top of it. Or this. Mm, I don't know what this is from, but it looks kind of cool. It doesn't really make sense on this map. This is kind of cool. This is cool because you can use that as a platform too, so it's like part of the level. Um, hmm. Yeah, it makes sense this would be like I don't like that at all. Hmm. Yeah, I think it might just be the case of like um using just like rocks and shit. Yeah, I think that's okay. Let's bring this. An airport map would be cool. Yeah, like terminal or something. Yeah, it sucks because like if this was a first person game, interiors would be a lot easier, but like because it's third person, the camera can feel very cramped in a interior. So you could do like I guess you could do like an airport like outside the actual airport, or like the airstrip or something. Like just have a bunch of planes and like um stuff like that, I guess. All right, let's. I have an idea. Empty parent tree. Hmm. 569. Zeldrin Starport from UA single player could be neat. Maybe focus more on the fact it's supposed to be a space airport, which the level designers almost forgot. Hey, Foas. Yeah, that's a good idea, actually. Yeah, I think I remember looking at that map with Badger at one point. The only thing with the base map is that it's very linear, but like as a themed map, that would be pretty cool. Yeah, that actually could work pretty well. That would be cool. That would be really cool. Can I? Oh, does that work? Oh, hell yeah. Nice. That's sick. All right, I think that'll do for a collider. Let's. Although maybe not, because this is quite a bit bigger than the actual tree. One 1.5. 0.7. Yeah, that looks better. Okay, we can hide this. And we could just copy. Zeldrin is nice, but super cramped. Have to create a custom asset. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, you could probably like reuse like assets from other maps and just use the textures from Zeldrin to get some like better geometry to work with. And then you could probably use the terrain tool a little bit, although it doesn't quite fit that type of like yeah, but yeah, that could work. Is that the one with the arena or is that the Maktar one that I'm thinking about? Mactar probably, yeah. Okay. Alright, I have no idea how this is actually gonna work. But maybe it will. Let's see. Mactar has the arena. Alright. I actually don't mind this at all. This is not bad. It might be really laggy on PS2, but oh, that's definitely not the axis I want to rotate on. I think I'm gonna just fill this out a little bit more, and then maybe call it. I could take this tree. Do that. And then what we can do is take one of more, make a big one. Actually, it'd be kind of cool if this big one was like. This one we'll probably use instead of a collider. We'll actually like give this collision. Let's see. Bonk City. Hell yeah, dude. Rotate this. Maybe this could be more out. Mm. So the water not have a death area? Oh, so you can just like go through it? I could do that, yeah. Yeah, that might be better. At least for like the parts that are in the level. Like maybe this part could be deadly, but it's not that bad. Just avoid the big trunks, you're fine. Hmm. All right, let's bring these in. I think probably like rotate you like that. Bring you in like that. Kind of. Um. Hmm. 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 Okay, we just need to cover some lanes up, I think. We can reuse this. Hmm. This is even worse. Uh, All right, let's try this. Oh. Okay. Okay. I think no, I kind of want to get rid of these trees. Keep the trees in like one spot of the map. And I want something that like kind of blocks this. Like that. So it's like possible to, yeah. So like if blue pushes up to like cover these two, um, I mean they still have a crazy amount of vision from here. We'll compare that to red really quick. I mean red's kind of the same. It's just not as, they can't see as far, but yeah. Um, okay. 0.3. Okay, and then we can probably like give this a little bit of an edge, kind of like how we have it over here, so that it's not like just against the ocean. Yeah. I think we're getting to the point where we can start. Well, maybe not, because I need to figure out a way to incorporate a custom model into this. Not sure what I want to use for that. I also probably want to add a death plane for the water. So to do that, we will create a new plane. And we'll just call this like death plane. Put it here, I guess. And we'll make this really big. And then we'll add a Unity collider to instance collider. And we'll set this to water, lethal water. And we'll set it to the same z height of the water here. Center it, and then we don't need it to be this big, so we'll go like 100 by 100 maybe. Yeah, that's better. And then we can get rid of the mesh renderer, just hide it, or no, we'll remove it. That. Cool. Now you'll actually die when you hit the water. And then we don't need to render it, so we'll do that. And then real quick to, I think the chrome texture. We'll go ahead and copy the Serathos chrome and glass. So I think that'll help fix the water. I think the water looks messed up still. Yeah, I think that should work. Then we can rebuild again and see what happens. All right. Yeah, the map's like kind of rough, honestly. But I think for the sake of the video, I don't really want to spend 5 hours trying to like make a really good map. And I think it'd be helpful now that we have like a base for something that could be kind of fun to figure out everything else and then just get it working. I hate how you spawn facing the wall, but can't really fix that. All right. Oh, that needs to be patched up. Yeah. Oh, I need to fix the collision too for all these GC mobies. Probably fix that too. I think hoverbike would be pretty fun on this map. I think I'll add a hoverbike. Or at least try to. I haven't tried doing that before. Yeah, I think that last one's pretty rough. It's a bit close. Try that. I also kind of want to get rid of all these T-frags from Oozla. Okay, and then probably fix the green flag, which I don't think I added a proper spot for. What's a good spot for this? Maybe just put it right here. Yeah, that's fine. It's probably not that important that whether or not it works super well. Let's see, fix this. Just do the old, put a rock there. Okay. That should be good. Change the collider to be, oh man, there's so many. Just non-walkable. I like select 8. No. Okay, so that's not going to be walkable. This doesn't have a collider. Right, this all looks good. This doesn't have a collider. Okay, so now we want to fix all the collision, the GC ties. So we'll go ahead and do that. We will fix this one. Import the FBX. Turn backface culling off. Or on, I mean. Select recalculate. Yeah, that looks good. Export. Okay. Do this one next. Let's see, recalculate, reset. Oops, fuck. That sucks. Oh well, could just redo that one. Fuck. Yeah. Let's see, assets, resources, ties, 2570. You can just copy it and replace it, and then we'll re-import and fix the normals again. Okay, I got those set up. These need to be fixed. Port. Calculate and reset. Let's see, this is not correct. So we'll flip. This is also not correct. Flip. There we go. And then we just export it. Fix these. Did it again. This is 327. These are good. This one needs to be fixed. Okay, those look good. Export FBX. Delete. Oh, does this not have a collider? Oh. Hmm. All right, that might be everything, maybe? Yeah. Yeah, everything's looking good. Oh yeah, am I gonna use these? I don't think so. We'll get rid of those. Okay, cool. So let's build this really quick and test it. And then we can dive into, let's see, I guess setting up cuboids and movies and such. So like getting all the game mode set up. So King of the Hill, Conquest, Deathmatch. Yeah, CTF's kind of already set up though. Okay. Oh, and then probably I'll actually fix the colors because the colors are a bit too bright. They don't really match. Hmm. Okay, so lighting. Yeah, we could try that. Yeah, it looks a lot better. It's like darker, kind of fits the colors of the other stuff more. Um, oh, we're missing the water now. Probably like lower the brightness on this. All right, that should work. Nice. All right. I'm good with that. I think the world lighting is maybe perhaps a bit too green, but I mean, we could also leave it. It's not a big deal. Yeah, that's fine, I think. Let's see what. Oh yeah, we probably like repaint the terrain because we kind of like just did that first and didn't really make it fit the map. So let's go paint texture. Um, yeah, we'll use more of this rock, I think, too. I kind of like. Use more of the rock. Let's just set the base to be this rock, actually. And then grass should be kind of like added. Definitely want the dirt where the trees are. Maybe with like a bit of green in there. And then, yeah, maybe see what that looks like. Okay. Okay, so let's do the Mobies now. So we'll do. So this is, I think this is the blue home node. No, it's neither. So this is blue home node is this. So we'll select Moby children. We'll go ahead and add the blue home node. I'm gonna get rid of this. I don't really want a hover ship on this map. All right, red base. I think this is red home node. Yep, select Moby children. Have a node like in the center probably. Okay, should be good. We have a node on either side of this probably. Honestly, I'm kind of good with this. I think just have 3 nodes. We delete the other ones. Select Moby children, delete. Select Moby children. Cool. There's gadget pickups. Yeah, so we want to place the gadgets around the map now. Where are we? Um, hmm. Let's see. We do fusion rifle like right here, maybe. Cool. The rest of those are good. We could do Koth now, so we can set up. If we go to the hill mobi, let's give you a default hill cuboid, so we'll use that. Wait, is that not what I'm moving? I'm moving the Koth mobi itself. Yeah, select the default hill here. Can make these selectable again. What would be a good hill? Maybe like right here. Maybe not. Maybe like right here. Okay, and then if I select the hill mobi again, I can find the area that the hills belong to. And there's 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. Okay, so I just need to populate these. 20, 21. And 23, which we'll put over on this side here. Probably just do like something like here. Maybe like right here. Yeah, like that would be fine probably. Yeah. Cool. And then the last thing are just like getting the spawn points done. So I can find all the blue player flag spawns. Let's see, there's one right here. Put that down. One sec. All right, I'm gonna need to wrap up here. So yeah, just have to place these like flag spawns, point them outward. I'll just do blue, and then I think I'm gonna call it, and I'll try and finish the map on another stream. Do 3. All right. Maybe do, I think it's like further out a little bit more. Like that. And then just have to do that for green, orange, and red flags. And then I'll have to just set up the spawns for Koth and Deathmatch. And then minimap, Dezo, and final touches probably before it's done. Yeah, so I'll try and stream maybe this week and finish the rest of the map up. But hopefully, thanks for watching. Hopefully you learned something, and see you next time.